A 2-year-old boy who fell into a borewell in Karnataka has been rescued after an over 12-hour-long operation. The child had fallen into a 16 feet deep borewell in Lachayan village in Karnataka on Wednesday evening. Rescue operations were then carried out. According to the police, the child had fallen into the borewell when he had gone out to play near his house. But now what we are learning is that some good news that is coming in is that after the rescue operations were carried out, this 2-year-old boy who had fallen into the borewell in Karnataka's Lachayan village has been rescued now. Well, the matter had come to light yesterday when someone had heard this child cry and then immediately informed the family. Those are the visuals also on your TV screens. The rescue operations had been undertaken since yesterday evening after the authorities were informed about this child. The rescue operations had begun around 6:30 p.m. yesterday. Police teams, revenue officials, members of the Taluk Panchayat, officials from fire and emergency services were also pressed into action. All efforts were undertaken to rescue the child, after which, after a 12-hour-long ordeal, the child has been finally rescued. Those are the latest visuals that are coming in at this point in time. This is from Vijaypura in Karnataka, where the 2-year-old boy now has been finally rescued from the borewell. These are the latest visuals coming in. As you can see on your TV screens, the child is being taken out by the rescue officials here from the 16 feet deep borewell. The child looks safe, and he's finally been pulled out of this borewell. Well, this is not the first time such an incident has taken place. There have been incidents earlier as well when children had fallen into these borewells coming in from different states. There have been reports coming in earlier as well, but this is the latest incident that took place in Karnataka, and everyone had been waiting with bated breath for the child to be rescued. Finally, the moment has arrived, and the 2-year-old boy has been pulled out after a 12-hour long operation that was carried out by the officials here in Karnataka. We'll be getting more details about this operation, how this was carried out, how the child has finally been taken out from the borewell in just a bit. My colleague Pratibha will also be joining us in just a bit. She is gathering more inputs from the ground. Meanwhile, these are the latest visuals that are coming in. Look at the team of officials, well, the authorities there who were pressed into action, the teams from fire and emergency services department, police teams, the members of Taluk Panchayat, all had carried out this joint operation to safely evacuate this boy from the 16 feet deep borewell in Lachayan village in Karnataka, and finally he's been rescued by the authorities here. My colleague Pratibha now joins us on the broadcast. She's getting us more on that. Pratibha, finally some good news now. We are learning the boy has been taken out of the 16 feet deep borewell. Tell us about how did this, the efforts that have gone into rescuing the boy, how did this all happen, and finally the moment has arrived for which everybody has been waiting for.
Well, in fact, about an hour ago, it was a situation where we are almost there, but still not there, because they were able to reach the child, but they were not able to retrieve the child out or pull out the child from the tunnel, mainly because the hands and legs were stuck between two boulders or rocks, is what we heard. And there was a lot of tension that was on the minds of so many people who were involved in the rescue efforts that one can not begin to imagine what the family was really going through. But tears of joy, as well as heaving a sigh of relief now as they took the child. The child was pulled out there, an intricate mission that took place, as well as relentless efforts that were in place right since last evening. 6 p.m. is when this incident or the accident seems to have taken place. The child was playing on a 6-acre land that belongs to the family, and it is everybody's practice to dig borewells there, because we are talking of the northern belt of Karnataka, where drought is one of the severest factors that affect people, that leading them to dig borewells, and that was precisely why this borewell was getting dug around 2 days ago. And the biggest mistake that the family did was leaving it uncovered, and that is exactly what led to this particular accident. The child was playing there, 2-year-old, slipped into the borewell there and was stuck at around 15 to 16 feet depth. And right since last evening, there was a pipeline that was put in place to supply oxygen. No food that could reach the child, because the child fell head on into the borewell. But right now, definitely good news in terms of having saved the child. We hear that the child is right now being transported to the hospital, and we hear from the rescue officials that the child is doing well and is stable.
That's really
Definite
good
good
to know that
news.
the child